So welcome to the final chapter in a great renovation and a great now friend. This project, I'm happy to say, actually is the second time I've been here. The first time was last year before the new owner bought this, and we replaced all of the landmark windows, which you can see in this room, leaving the original. This is a 1929 pre-war famous deco building on the Upper West Side. And what you can see is the original radiator covers and landmark windows. And last year, I replaced almost all but the back bedrooms. They had been done before. There were 4 major windows that weren't replaced. One of them was the master bath. The others were in the kitchen, which required the kitchen to be completely taken apart and put back together, which was okay because we were going to change the floor and do some other things about that. But I'll walk you through what are the most important features of this apartment, and we'll start here in this great room. We have a living room and a dining room, and we've taken out the old fireplace, which I know we have pictures of, and put in a federal period, really a replication of what was an original federal fireplace. All new stone. This is onyx that's been used for all the windowsills, which made a huge change. We added picture moldings and actually had to match this faux finish that you can see around the apartment. That's really a decorative, it's just a decorative detail that I know the owner loved the color. We did a whole built-in around the grand piano because of the sheet music and sculptures that she has. She's an artist that sculpts as well. We added steps that go out to the terrace. I mean, last year what I did was the original stone steps to the terrace. So this terrace is really quite lovely. And we had to add a step so that when the owner wants to go out, and this door opens as well. There's a lock at the top, and the bottom is a safety lock. It's a lovely oasis in the city, which we know the owners will enjoy immensely. So we did some major surgery here, and I think I'm going to walk you through the kitchen first, and then we'll come back to the bedrooms and the back wing. On this side, we put in some antiques, a period French horn, I guess is where the antique creative came from. We added medallions that tied it into the look, brought in Murano glass for the wall sconces. The onyx with the fireplace is continued on this side, which I think will make it feel bigger. The symmetry in the stature really is lovely. In this room, we ended up taking the entire kitchen apart and changing some of it. We put in all new wood floors. Everything came out. And once I got, this is a European white wide plank. We put in new window, changed all the lighting, except for the lovely old glass that was here. The wall sconces, the granite was new, all new appliances, changed the cabinetry that's on the base of the kitchen here, and all new appliances over here except the dishwasher we put back. But we were able to put in, the double roll-out garbage, and the hot water dispenser is coming last because the finish didn't match. It was a different manufacturer, so we're changing that. We put in all new doors, had to change the glass out of most of it. Most of it was glass, which this owner didn't want. And then we added features like spice cabinets, straightened out the wall. We added a pocket door so that we can close this off from the washer dryer in the office area on the service entrance. This is a banquette, which is going to be upholstered with the back wall. Cushions as she sees fit. There's a washer dryer area in here. We had to completely replumb the washer dryer and some of the other plumbing, and then of course when we put back the sink, we had plumbing changes there. But we added this whole section that wasn't here before, matching the detail of the doors because there was an existing wine refrigerator. But we have a tremendous expanse of cabinetry back here for storage, which is really quite spectacular. In the office, we changed this room, which was what they used to call a maid's room back in the day, And we added ceiling fans, which we're going to see in all the other bedrooms, but this great, I think, built-in office cabinetry that really matches, in a way, the floor and kept it neutral. New wallpaper. We wanted to have this feel cozy and open as opposed to closed in. So one of my signatures is a product line that has to do with built-ins and cabinetry. And here what we have is a radiator cover with a custom architectural grille. We've integrated the sill so that it's one sill with all this custom detailing. We have access panels inside that let us get at all the original plumbing that was here. And we've changed the cabinetry to incorporate all these filing systems. So there's 4 filing drawers on this side and another that looks like 4 over here, but these are actually 2 front to back. And then there's room for the printer and the fax machine, with the electric underneath. New doors were put in to match the old because of problems that there were. We have an all new, and I'm just going to have you walk in there and take a peek. We changed this little bathroom, new floor, new little corner sink, toilet, upgraded the plumbing a bit, fixed some things that were in the wall, and basically that's existing tile on the walls. We didn't change that. We just changed the floor and had to put it back, which was even harder because we had to match. We actually had, I think we probably had on this wall, almost half the wall turned down, most of this wall torn down. And that's the hard part about renovations, is trying to match this stuff when you're like years away from when it was installed. It's really impossible. So let's go look at the back. I know when we're shooting this, you can see the expanse on this sight line to the front door. Originally, years ago, this was, a classic 8. And these were separate rooms, and they about 10 years ago, took the walls down and opened them up. And there was a pre-existing system, although we upgraded a lot of the electrical when we came in here. There's an integrated system, so every room in this home has its own entertainment system where you can hear the radio and your iPad music and whatever's programmed, because all of that lives in here. And we're meeting with a specialist to fix one of the, eHome is the company that we use that fixed one of the rooms that's not working. And it's a Crestron system, which is, I guess, one of the best entertainment systems you can put in. So let's look at one of the bedrooms, because a lot of what happened in this apartment is there wasn't enough storage. Oh, the other thing that I didn't mention is we also changed the air conditioning system. So it became quite an extensive project once we got in here. And this is one of them. This is the air handler that lives in here, and the condensers outside on the terrace. But we had to change this out. We had to fix the plumbing. We had to access a lot of drain pipes and stuff that go into this bathroom. And this bathroom, we made this ADA compliant because of the husband's age and his status right now. We need to make sure we can have the 24-hour staff move him, because this is really becoming a wing, in a way, for caring for the elderly here, in his case with Parkinson's disease. So this door was made wider, and the bathroom now actually, we have to still put in the bars, the grab bars, but this is a typical little 5x7 bathroom that allows us, we had to put a curb here, but it allows us the flexibility to have him sit and then have the staff come in and help him take a shower in here. So the only thing we're going to change is we're going to add grab bars in the shower. And if need be, we can add a grab bar here by the toilet, but we're going to wait and see exactly how much we need to do. But all of this has my custom vanities, which I'm thrilled to say are now in distribution channels in Manhattan that I think are going to be fabulous. And we know that they make a huge difference because they wrap around the plumbing, which is phenomenal. But let's go take a look now. Again, adding steps to the terrace doors. Each room has a door to the outside. Bringing the onyx in throughout the house, I think, actually makes a huge difference in consistency. And again, we did ceiling fans to have uplighting, and then because of the ventilation and the breezes up here, we're on the 19th floor, it's high enough up that, you know, it makes a difference to have ceiling fans, and she loves them, so that's what we did. So one of the things that I didn't mention about this room that I wanted to make sure we come back to talk about is that there is a built-in, we didn't have enough closets, and this bedroom didn't have any. So because of the nature of what's needed, we just created closets that match. You know, they match the crown moldings, and basically had to do this in almost every room. And you know, there's the light, the jam switch for the lights, so that makes it more interesting. In the sense that it's user-friendly, you don't have to turn on the lights. Here we have a great example of a classic modern version of a classic retro bathroom, and we used crackle ceramic tile, took the European shower door concept, you know, to give this more space, because it's the narrowest tub we could possibly put in. It's only 28 inches wide. But it has very, you know, deco 1929 type of, you know, faucetry and fixtures. Again, covering the radiator cover, adding, which we did in the other bathroom, the stone to match the stone top, you know, with a banjo to give more space, and the architectural grills so that the heat comes as we would expect it to from the register and the radiator under tile. Again, custom wraparound vanities. And this modern hexagon floor it's a good twist on old and a new, bigger floor. The tile pieces, I think, are probably like 2.5 inches, and normally they're tiny. So, and we always match the sill. It's sort of my signature. We always make sure everything matches, as any great designer would do. And so here we have another bedroom where we've added, again, more closets and this is really one that needs a lot of storage for this elder care situation. So we've added a built-in, you know, with drawers and all that I would think one would need it in the television entertainment system can sit there. We've added a closet here, which gives us more storage, and the stairs. We probably have to build a ramp. I'm going to have to figure out, that's my next step, is to figure that out. But you know, the built-in, which is significant in each room. Again, softened it with grass paper that kind of ties into what was here with the floors. And ceiling fans that match throughout. And then just one of the things I like to do is pull the wallpaper into closets like this, because it makes it integrated. It makes it feel like it's part of the room, which is great. So let's go take a look at the next significant part of this apartment, which is the master suite. So we'll continue over there. Last but not least, we have a master suite, which I think is really quite lovely. And I know, depending on where you live, so in my perspective, these are good-sized rooms, but they probably aren't, you know, if you lived in the urban environments, they're probably not as large as one would like. I'm just turning up the lights here a little bit. So this suite has built-in closets that make tons of sense. You know, I changed what was here. So we took closets and we reconfigured them to what existed in her old apartment, which is one of our next projects, actually. And I think it's significant because you have to map everything. And we were mapping, and we actually added layers. We made these double depths of you know, space instead of a single shelf, so that it's easy to get into. And we added more storage in the bedroom. But for now, we're just going to take a look at the bathroom and talk about what happened in here, because it's really hard to do. Part of what made this so challenging, and we have a terrace door going in on the outside, so I hope I don't have tons of noise, but at this stage, we literally had to take the whole wall out, replace the sill, replace the columns, replace everything here, basically, and take out the shower, take out the tile. Fortunately, only one cracked, and we had to put that back together, but that had to come out. The medicine cabinet, all the lighting came out. It was just really a nightmare. But it's what has to happen to replace this landmark window, and this is probably one of the reasons why the old owners didn't do it. It was just too much work, and it really did. That and the kitchen became a huge problem for us. But as you can see, it came together quite nicely, and we'll see. We'll see. I know the owner loves it, but I can't wait to get her back in here so she can start living in a dream house. The other big thing that we did, because we found that when we went into these other rooms, and I'll reach in here, there wasn't enough space for storage. So what we did is we took this built-in and we moved it. It was on that wall, and we moved it over to the terrace wall, door wall, and then we added a built-in that enabled me to give her more storage, more clothing space, and shelving, a lot more storage for what she needs, so that it fits her lifestyle. And we may bring in some bookcases and figure out what else we might need to do. So I might have to say ciao for now, and we'll see you in our next journey.